Well, hello and welcome to this English lesson where we're going to talk about new words. Now, I should clarify this. These are new words, like not the new words that were just added to the dictionary for 2024. These are new words that actually get used in everyday English conversations. Words that I've heard over the last year or 5 years, or even a couple of them might be 10 years old. You might be able to guess what the first word is. I didn't hear this word until about 3 years ago. I'll talk about it in just a moment, but it's a new sport that's taking over tennis courts around the world. It's not tennis. But yes, new words. Sometimes they'll say, here are the new words that people are using in 2024. And I read the list and I think there's 2 words on that list that I do hear in regular everyday English conversations, and the rest I don't actually hear. Even I think as someone my age, maybe there's some I don't hear, but I do work in a high school, so my feeling is I would probably hear most of these new words. So anyways, welcome to this English lesson about new words and phrases. It's about 25 new words and phrases that are actually used, in my opinion, by English speakers in Canada, in my area. Pickleball. So pickleball is a new sport. Well, relatively new. It was new to me about 2 or 3 years ago. It's a sport that looks like tennis, but it's played on a much smaller part of the tennis court with a different net. I think the net's a little bit lower. You can see here the paddles look kind of flat, and the ball is actually, I guess it would be called a wiffle ball. Like, it's not like a tennis ball where it bounces really good and you can hit it really far. It actually goes a little slower. Even if you hit it really hard, it goes a bit slower. But pickleball has, like when I look out at the tennis courts at our school has tennis courts, yes. Usually people are playing pickleball. Maybe it's half and half, but pickleball. A fun new sport. And it was originally played, I think, by older people who are 50, 55 plus. But now it's played by a lot of people. I think our school might have a pickleball tournament at some point, and people of all ages will come. Mid. So this is a word that I have heard quite a bit. Those shoes are so mid, or that teacher's kind of mid. It means that the person you're talking about is just average, or even a little bit below average. Like, hey, do you like my new shirt? It's kind of mid. It means you don't hate it, but you don't like it. I don't use this word. By the way, I should also mention that these words, I think a third of them aren't even in the dictionary, or at least not in Google's dictionary for spell checking. So these are words that I have heard. How was the movie? It was kind of mid. It means it was okay, but it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't a total bomb. So mid, just average. What's Bob like as an English teacher? He's kind of mid. I actually think this phrase might be from the much older and longer phrase, fair to middling. You might want to look that one up. It's an older English phrase that means the same thing. Coffee badging. So this is why I'm doing this lesson. There was a news article in my news feed that said people are starting to coffee badge. People are coffee badging. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I'm reading it, so I should know what this is. Apparently, this is when you've been working remotely and your work says you have to start coming into work. So you go to work and you make sure everyone sees you and you have a cup of coffee, and then you just go home and work from home. This would not work at my place of work. I have to be there for 3/4 of the day. I'm part-time. If I went to work, said hi to my boss, walked around so everyone saw that I was there drinking a coffee, and then just went home, I would lose my job eventually. I would at least get what is referred to as a talking to. I would get a talking to if I did that. So coffee badging. New phrase for me just this past week. Saw it in a news article. Apparently, some people are doing it.